So I'm just gonna go a tiny bit more. This is a risky play no matter what. I'm just going a little bit more. All right, folks, what's going on? We got lots of parts here, lots and lots of parts, and soon this car's not gonna be a shell. I'm not too far away from putting this motor together, getting the clutch and everything together, transmission on there, and tossing it in the car. This video, for the most part, is going to be building heads. I'll maybe even assemble the motor in this. We'll kind of see how it plays out. I guess we'll show you what we got going on here. Stage 2 LS cam. I went with a really good valve spring setup. Like, I went with these dual platinum springs. That way I have the option to upgrade cam in the future. That, we got throttle cable bracket, which is going to attach to the new throttle body.
Look at that thing, bro.
Performance World, very cool. It's literally just a Holley rep one pretty much, but really good quality. That's gonna go on this Holley intake manifold.
Boom.
I haven't even seen that. That looks cool. Yeah, Holley manifold, 6-puck clutch, chrome Holley push rods, and then an upgraded trunnion set. So like rocker arm set pretty much. And yeah, folks, we got a lot going on here. I'll start building these heads and we'll film that. Alrighty, folks, I went ahead, pulled the valves out of this head. Be in pretty good shape, like, I don't know, tiniest bit of rust on this one valve, but I'm not too worried about that. And yeah, anyways, the next step here is to go ahead and get these stem seal, valve stem seal, I think is what it's called. So the strategy for that is going to be getting some pliers, giving it a little twist action. Boom, we're locked in. Now, all the valves are out and the valve stem seals, both heads. So I think now I'm gonna do some valve lapping, like use this grinding compound. And then I'm thinking about going and pressure washing the heads to just clean them up a bit. Then I'll brake clean and make sure I blow them dry really good before I reassemble them. The heads are washed, all cleaned up, good to go. Now, it's time to do some work with installing these springs here. Yep. Go ahead and slide each of them in. And then here, I'll just show you the game plan. I'm gonna be placing these seals here. You know, they come with the kit. Placing them on, boom, so that they all sit kind of down nice on there. Taking a 12mm socket, fits on there just right. And then I'm just, you hear that tone changes? One more for the, listen to this. See that? Tone changes. Listen for that. I'm gonna go ahead and bang the rest of these out and then get to installing the springs. So I have this thing set up in here with this spacer below and then just nice and centered in between the two valves. Then I'm grabbing some of my dual platinum springs. Boom, set those onto there. Then you're gonna want to grab your, I think, keeper. I don't really know what you'd call it. Boom, have that set up like that. And then, I don't know really, you're probably supposed to use it like this way down, but it seems to work better for me working or using it like this. So then I'm placing her on there, getting the nut, throwing it on there. I center these as best as I can as I kind of go down with this. And then boom, I'll show you a bit of a better view here. So once you have that set up and you get the keepers in there, I'll try and film while I do this, just using the wrench. As you loosen this off, I just kind of make sure that the keepers are staying where they need to be. The threads, okay, there goes the nut. Anyways, so boom, tools off, and then you're kind of just looking to make sure things are flat, and yeah, everything looks pretty good. There's a little gap, as you can see, on all these, which is normal. Yeah, so that's how you build these heads. Pretty simple. It's definitely a bit of a tedious job. You got to be a little bit cautious with this tool, I've noticed. And it does sometimes leave a bit of metal shavings from the bolt here. So just make sure that you're using a magnet or something to get all that out. Then we're on to the next step, which I will be painting these heads and getting them on the motor.
grinding the welds. Just
I know.
Sparks.
Or the plastic.
The plastic.
Oh.
Anything, bro. Nothing.
All right, so yeah, that's
Here, don't you plop a couple in there, Johnson?
nonsense. Make sure you can get some bite on.
She's biting. She's barking.
All right, guys. So that's one head, freaking
On there, it's
everything
not
seated.
torqued.
Not torque yet.
Not torqued.
Number 2 is gonna go on, and then we'll get to torquing.
Yep. Okay, so I have the heads on the motor, all the bolts are in, but they're not torqued because I bought this little angle tool thing and it just, I don't trust it at all. Like I started spinning a bolt and the bolt spun more than this went. So I'm tired. I'm gonna wait for another day and yeah, we'll see you then. We are back. It's now the weekend. Last video I filmed on these heads was on Tuesday. Took the rest of the week off, but we're back. And the goal today is to get the heads torqued. So I got all these torqued to just 22 foot-pounds, and then I just left them just because I didn't want to do the torque to angle or like the angle torque shit without figuring out how to use this gauge, which I still haven't figured that out. But for the 90-degree angle, it's pretty simple to line the wrench up like this and pull it down like this. So it'll be, 90 degrees. However, my concern is for the second pass, which is the final torque, which is 70 degrees. So it's a little bit tougher to just do that by feel. So I'm not sure how I'll do that yet. I just kind of want to get the 90 degrees done with. That way I can kind of prepare to do the 70-degree one. So I'll go ahead and set the camera up while I do this. It's going to be quite the interesting little process here. If I just crank them. Oh, this is going to be quite the tough process. Okay, that is the first pass done. Now I'm gonna do some mental thinking here and just figure out how I'm gonna set this up for the second pass. Okay, so you see that's at 0.
Pray this thing actually works.
That's at 0,
Is it gonna spin?
and then it's got to go to 70. So watch that. Okay, so it's.
It's spinning. All right, go to 70, boss.
Uh oh, this chair's getting
Uh-oh,
away.
just
We're
get him,
going-
just go. Oh. We're losing everything.
Boom.
70.
70.
Oh.
I can't see, bro. Tell me when it's 70.
Chill, bro.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oh, this one feels tight. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. She's moving here, boss.
All right, we're good.
All right, this
Folks,
shit wasn't
For some
reading.
reason, the gauge didn't work, so I'm just going to go a tiny bit more. This is a risky play no matter what. I'm just going a little bit more. You know what? No, I'm not. You know what? No, I'm not. All right, folks. Heads are torqued. This ended up being the final setup that I use. I still use one of these angle gauges, but I found out that if I was pushing down too hard, it would almost like stick. And I just wanted to bang them out. Didn't film. I just got her done. And yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead, put the rockers on, and then valve covers, put the intake on, and see what the motor looks like all built up. And boom, I got all the rockers now to this stage. Took a lot longer than expected just because it was a bit of a bitch to get these centered until I figured out a trick for it. So for the first 5 or 6 of them, it was taking me forever, and then I figured out the trick and it was easy. So now, it's just a simple process of getting them all to this point, which is the easier half of the job. So I'm gonna set up the time lapse and bang these out. Boom, would you look at that? The rockers are built. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna get done today, I think. We'll see what happens. The videos are gonna come out. We're locked in. We're gonna keep posting, and I'm hyped to get this motor done. Okay, so it's been about a week since the last clip was filmed because I forgot to film an outro and I forgot to show you guys the rockers. But here's what the rockers look like, all bolted down and on there, all nice, with the fresh springs in there. Yeah, this setup looks sweet and it's gonna be awesome. As you can see now, a little future, we got the transmission and everything on. So yeah, this whole setup will be in this car by the end of today. But that'll be for next video. So yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe. Come back for this next video because it's gonna be a banger. We're working our asses off.